Ah! What's up, TPL Nation? We're here for week 3. I started recording a little bit early, just because, figured I might as well. And we're going to be facing up against the Haw River Houndooms this week. And it should be a fun one. I'm really excited. He's got a really good team, and I'm really excited to see what we can pull off this week. The main goal this week is to try and sweep with our Komodo. We've got the Throat Spray Clanger Soul set, and I think it has a good possibility of putting in a lot of work this week if we can get the situation right. A couple scary Pokemon that he has are the Slowbro, the Galarian Articuno, and he didn't bring the Turtonator, which is really nice to see. The Guzzlord could be really scary. I'm going to lead Alolan Ninetales, and I can Parting Shot or knock off everything. He did bring the regular Slowbro, which is also really nice to see. I didn't want to deal with the Galarian version. Electivire could be a threat because it has really good coverage for my entire team. I'm hoping it doesn't have Ice Beam. Our Gothitelle is here. It traps the Mudsdale really well, which could be really, really nice, just because it's a bulky Pokemon that if it's something like an Assault Vest, then my Porygon Z and my Como don't really want to mess with it. Bulu could be banded, which is really scary, but I have Gunk Shot on my Persian, and everything that outspeeds it should do a ton of damage to it. I expect something like the Articuno or the Guzzlord lead. I think those are his past leads that he's had. Regardless, we outspeed everything that isn't Scarfed, and we can Parting Shot, Sub, or knock off if we want to. Good luck to my opponent, Arsenal, and here's to a good match. Hopefully he gets his team in. He's got 3 seconds, and if he leads Slowbro, we know he probably... Oh, it didn't look like he got it in, so it's probably going to be the Slowbro in the lead, which we match up nicely against, so that's not the worst case scenario. But it's unfortunate if it did happen to him. I think I have Substitute on my Persian, and if it is a Slowbro, then we're just going to go for that, because I don't see him staying in. Yeah, I think he timed out on accident. So I'm going to set up a sub, because that means I could probably knock off and then Parting Shot whatever comes in. He could just stay in and attack, but I feel like that's not very likely. If Bulu comes in, then we get a free Gunk Shot off, which would be fantastic. What else do I see coming in? Nothing else really wants to take a hit. Guzzlord could. That won't take much from a Dark move, I guess. Mudsdale, pretty physically bulky as well. If Mudsdale comes in, I'll knock it off and Parting Shot out. Parting Shot's kind of risky this week because of the Galarian Articuno and competitive, so we do need to be a little bit careful with that. It is the Mudsdale, okay. So I can knock off into Parting Shot into my Gothitelle. And I'm trying to click moves pretty quickly because my Gothitelle will take probably 3 or 4 turns to knock out this Mudsdale. It won't be Assault Vest after this, so that is good. If it's Stamina, that's not really an issue, because we're immune to special attacks. I guess it boosts its Body Press, but that's not really an issue for Gothitelle. High Horsepower comes out. I don't know if Rocky Helmet affects if I have a sub. It doesn't, okay. And we're just going to lower his attack. And trap him into a Gothitelle. We have Energy Ball on our Gothitelle, so we can do good damage to it. And I believe we knocked off the Assault Vest, so that means he won't have anything like Rest and everything. We don't have to worry about taunting it. We should outspeed it as well, which is nice. He's probably checking to see if he can switch out, but we have Shadow Tech this week, and he obviously doesn't have the Shed Shell. I think this is going to be a 3-hit KO. I'm not sure if he's going to be fully defensively invested, but I think with the damage that he did, he is somewhat offensively invested. Probably max HP, max attack by guess. That's good damage. I don't think the next one will knock it out, but either way, we shouldn't be taking too much damage. That's going to do even less than high horsepower. We're going to click on moves quickly. And it's not quite enough, which is fine. We're not losing that much health every turn anyways, unless you get something like a crit. Again, that's not stab, so it shouldn't do too much. That's a good chunk of damage, but we're still sitting pretty healthy. And he's probably going to bring in the Guzzler after this, but I'm completely fine letting Gothtel go down. Actually, I'll probably switch out into my Persian, just because if he Dark Pulses, we'll eat it up, and I'd rather not give him a beast boost. So let's see what he decides to go up to. I'm expecting the Guzzler. Yeah. So I'm going to go straight to Persian. The only thing that should knock me out is something like a Draco, and if he does that, then we can go straight to Slurp Up. I would like to keep this healthy for the I'm just gonna Parting Shot out. Because that looked like Specs damage for sure. Which means I can go into Slurp Up. And this will probably hurt, but I'm okay with that, because Slurp Up isn't really a win condition. It's one of those things where if I get the belly drum off, cool, but if not, it's not a really big deal. Nice. And yeah, I'm gonna belly drum. Hopefully we can do a good chunk to the Slowbro, which is probably his only thing that really takes a hit from me. It's really nice that he didn't bring the Poison Slowbro, because that would have been way more annoying for Slurpuff, but either way, Slowbro will take a hit and knock us out most likely. He switches out, which is nice. Good thing we didn't clear off. Ooh, we should outspeed this, and I feel like we KO it. Like, Slurpuff isn't super strong, but at +6, it should be doing a ton of damage. I don't think I speed prep this thing, so if it's Scarfed, it might be able to outspeed us, but that would mean that Como gets in for free. But yeah, this thing is supposed to be more of a breaker this week than the final sweeper. We do have to be a little bit careful, because if this thing does go down, then it means that Guzzler can spam Dragon Moves, but I think we have enough answers for it. And that's a KO, nice. Electivire was scary just because of all the coverage that it has. I think he ran an Expert Belt in the past. So this thing might be Scarfed, is what that tells me, which means that that's a crazy amount of damage that it did to the Persian, but we're just gonna play rough, because if we hit it, it's dead. Hopefully I speed prep this for Guzzler, but if not, hopefully it goes for something like a Sludge Bomb, because our Como is immune to that, we can set up on it. Okay, he's gonna switch out. That makes sense. I don't know if he takes 2 player ups though. And that seems like it was unnecessarily risky. Oh, he just goes down. Dang, Slurpuff might just clean this up then. This thing doesn't get priority. I can't Drain Punch it. That was just for the Kling Clang. But if we miss, this thing can still be annoying. I don't want to jinx it, but he did set up the Terrain Force, which is nice. I probably could Dynamax here, but I don't think that's super necessary. Hopefully he remembers that he can Dynamax. His Guzzlord can't, whatever his last Pokemon is. Oh wait, he can't. His last 2 Pokemon are both his legendaries. That's unfortunate. This thing's actually really scary, so I am gonna Dynamax just to play it safe. Because if I miss a play rough there, I could still lose it, I think. In worst case, he has Scarf Guzzlord and outspeeds us, and he'd have to go for... He'd have to lock himself into 1 move, and he can't lock himself into a Dragon move. And he can't Dynamax it, but even if he could, he's not going to live a Starfall regardless. So, good game to our opponent. It was really unfortunate for him that Slurpuff was able to get set up like that. But we come out with a 5-0 win. I think Gothitelle was our only thing to go down. Good game to my opponent, and I think that went about as well as it could. GG's my opponent. We'll see you next week.